Welcome back to the UFC on GMA. You can see UFC announcer Bruce Buffer. He's over there handing out cupcakes, and that's because Miesha Cupcake Tate is one of the UFC superstars here this morning with us. And we're about to find out why one of the toughest women in the ring goes by cupcake, along with some other UFC secrets this morning. But first, let me introduce you to everyone we have here. We've already met the ladies, Miesha Tate and Paige Vanzant. We've also got UFC President Dana White. We have Hall of Fame fighter Chuck Liddell and UFC fighters Jon Jones, Daniel Cormier, and Frankie Edgar. And I'm going to start with you, Dana, since you are the boss, first of all. We should start with you. But you have a big announcement. And what is that announcement?
We do. UFC 200 has been interesting, to say the least, you know, putting this thing together. There's been some crazy things that have gone on, ups and downs. Jon Jones just fought on Saturday night and won his fight against OSP. He's been out for 15 months. And now he's back, and he wants his UFC light heavyweight title back. So the main event will be Daniel Cormier versus Jon Jones.
There is not a UFC fan in the world who is more excited about than I am. Like, I'm a big fan. I watched you, Jon, fight last Saturday against OSP. And in 15 months off, you were given the interim light heavyweight title.
Yes.
In order to get the permanent title, you have to beat Daniel, who you were supposed to fight, but who was injured. So how do you feel about that? Do you think this is the perfect matchup for you now?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and my team, we've been working extensively on a great strategy, game plan to beat Daniel Cormier. I got thrown in the last minute, a change of opponent. Felt like I did great with it given the circumstances, and I'm ready to get back to my original plan, which is to dominate Daniel Cormier again.
Okay, well, Daniel, I know you two have a very loving relationship. You really, a very contentious, if you didn't know, relationship. But Daniel, how do you feel? How are you, first of all, with the injury? And second, how do you think you're going to fare in this fight the second time around with Jon?
Well, I'm here, you know, obviously, so the doctor's appointment went well. I'm happy. I'm as happy as anybody could be to be in this situation. I've been wanting to fight Jon for a long time after he beat me last January. And I feel great. I mean, I made a lot of improvement in the last training camp, and I don't think in July that it should be a problem.
Well, you know, we're looking forward to it. And this is the nicest you guys have been to each other as long as I can remember.
It's early.
Yeah, it's early. It's early in the morning for you guys. And I want to talk to you, Paige. And they call you you're on Dancing with the Stars now. And I'm trying to, how do you go from this fighter to this dancer all of a sudden? You're doing a great job, by the way. But is there a different switch you have to find?
There definitely is. You know, I still get nervous. I get nervous before every fight. I get nervous before any time I have to dance. You know, it's not as much of second nature. I feel like I obviously have to memorize the dance routine, so it's a little bit harder, but I've been having a lot of fun, and I'm just hoping that I can bring some more fans over to the UFC and fans over to MMA that don't necessarily know what it is yet.
Well, you're definitely doing that. And the guy who started this all, Chuck Liddell, you're a UFC Hall of Famer, and you've made the sport, give him credit, making it mainstream. And on top of that, being mainstream is part, you were the first fighter on Dancing with the Stars. So have you given Paige any advice?
Yeah. You know, people keep asking me if I give her any advice. I mean, I don't watch what I did. You know, that was the reason I got on Dancing with the Stars, was to get kind of a different audience, so to see that we're not. Back then, everyone thought we were Neanderthals, and I'm kind of a Neanderthal, but not completely. So.
Well, I'm not messing with you. And Miesha, for you, why are you nicknamed Cupcake? That's the last thing I would think that a fighter would be nicknamed Cupcake.
Yeah, I just want to embrace the irony of it. I think early on in my career, I got really underestimated. People thought, man, she wears dress and heels and hair. There's no way she can be tough, you know, Cupcake. So I thought it was kind of funny after a while. I started beating up people that didn't think I would beat them up, and giving myself the nickname Cupcake.
All right, I'm not calling you Cupcake, regardless of it being your nickname. And Frankie, we won't have time to get to you, but please do me a favor. Keep Jon and keep Daniel away from each other.
Yeah,
okay?
I'll do my best.
That's why we sent you right there. And thank you guys for coming. We're looking forward to UFC 200, July 9th.